Hi Dimsu and hello freshman students from BS CMT and of course, welcome back sophomores from the BS TFT and BS IT. We welcome you all to Dimsu MLUC and welcome back to our YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to have an orientation about our class policy. So sit back, listen, and enjoy. For our first policy talks about plagiarism and cheating. Engaging in plagiarism and or cheating is just a bad idea. Remember, when you choose the behavior, you also choose the consequence. When we say plagiarism, this is defined as the use of another's word or idea without acknowledgement, or simply it is stealing the work of others. While when we say cheating, you find as suing or attempting to give and obtaining or attempting to obtain materials or information including computer materials, materials pertaining to a quiz, examination, or other work that a student is expected to do alone. For our second policy, talks about proper use of social media. Observe proper use of technology and social media, or also known as the netiquette. It is the responsible use of social media. No screenshot, print screening of activities, comments, and announcements from the Facebook group and group chat without consent from the teacher or the person concerned. I reserve the right to reduce the participation point factor in their final grade due to the improper use of such devices and social media. For our third class policy, talks about late assignments. In life, people are expected to adhere to deadlines every day, and this is no different from schoolwork. However, deadlines may be extended for justifying circumstances as long as the teacher is notified in a special extension. Assignments handed in late will be lowered by 10% of a grade for every day late when it is turned in after class period of the assigned date for instructor requirement or after the specified assignment and requirement. For example, your assignment is 20 points, and you handed down your assignment late and it will be lowered into 10%. So the 10% of 20 is equal to 2, and therefore, your possible highest score will be lowered into 18 points. For our fourth class policy, talks about class behavior. I am an advocate of proper discipline and right conduct. Students are expected to conduct themselves in an adult manner. Language is inappropriate if it is result in individual feelings, outcasts from the learning environment due to gender, race, sexual orientation, religion, lifestyle, and for creed. Derogatory, intolerance, and for bigoted ideas and opinions should not be expressed as a fact. In academics, we are open-minded or at least neutral to all beliefs and lifestyle, meaning all people are welcome to their individual opinions but not intolerated belief with all not to be considered fact or the way of life while participating in learning activities. Regardless of belief and lifestyle, all students should be feel welcome in the classroom environment. For our fifth class policy, talks about absences from class. You are expected to make medical, dental, and or professional appointment to time that do not conduct with class meetings. Even if it is an online class, you have to ask permission. It is your responsibility to find out what you have missed if you are absent. If you miss class meetings or class online meetings, you are still responsible for your assignment, especially when there is a deadline. Assignments and/or coursework cannot be made up except in extreme circumstances that I find valid and with prior communication with me. If you are unable to attend class or online class on that day, an assignment is due. Please send it with a classmate or do not leave it on my desk unless I told you to do so. Or you can email me to my Facebook account before the end of the class period. For our sixth class policy, talks about maturity course content. If you are always trying to be normal, you will never know how amazing you can be. Reading may contain mature theme, subject matter, and/or language. It is not my intention to offend or disturb you, but an avenue for you to explore and adapt. Creative writing also means exploring the many real-life subjects authors used to expose or express in their work. If you have any reservation about your course content for personal reasons, please talk to me privately. For our seventh policy, talks about computer mishaps. Personal computer mishaps are not considered an excuse for the coursework. If you know you have a reliable computer and/or internet connection, manage your time so you can always use other resources if something goes wrong. For example, you have saved your work in your computer. Unfortunately, the files have been corrupted. Therefore, it is your responsibility to save it in your Google Drive or Flash Drive. For our eighth class policy, speaking health, I am available during official hours or office hours and by appointment to discuss readings, ideas, and draft. Never be afraid to ask questions. Never be afraid to ask assistance. If you have special condition, whether physical, psychiatric, or learning disability, please let me know immediately so that your learning needs may be met appropriately. You will need to provide certification for that matter. For our last class policy, talks about student writing. All requirements either handwritten or encoded. For encoded requirements, please follow this format. Font 12 times New Roman, short bond paper, black ink, normal margin. Now this is the student writing on the body part. In the center, after you date, double space and type title of your paper in boldface. Never put in capitals, italic, underline, or color. Double space, intent, once from the margin and begin the opening sentence. In the upper right hand margin, all must be numbered beginning with page 1. Half inch from the top of the page number. The header must be contrast. Add page. No punctuation mark is required. All page numbers must be located on the same line and use the same format. In upper left, place the following. This part is also applicable in your seatwork activity, but not in scientific journal. Students should always save a copy of their work for themselves along with the give in the instructor. These are the format. Name, capitalize your surname, and then you can have your given name as is. year, level and section, subject, instructor's name, and date. If it is deadline, indicate asterisk if it is late. Now here's an example of student writing. Place your name on the left side corner, along with your year, level and section, and the subject. On the right side, place the date. If it is late, indicate an asterisk, and the name of the instructor of that subject. And then you will have the title of the activity just below. And then you have to start it with the introduction, body, and conclusion or generalization. Now this is the end of the presentation. But before we end this subject policy orientation, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. And don't forget to click the notification bell for more updates. See you on the next discussion. Goodbye.